As we told you earlier, Rusty Surratt and Whitney Miller are in Houston, where hundreds have gathered to pay their respects to former First Lady Barbara Bush during her viewing. Many of those people are being shuttled by bus to St. Martin's Church from the parking lot of the Second Baptist Church there in Houston. That's where we join Rusty Surratt, who kicks off our team coverage. Rusty?
Hey, Kathleen. Yeah, as people are starting to get off of work here on this Friday evening in Houston, the lines behind us for the shuttle buses are getting longer and longer. But already today, thousands of people from all over have shown up here to pay their respects to Mrs. Barbara Bush. They first have to get on the shuttle bus here at the Second Baptist Church, just about 3 miles away from St. Martin's, where the viewing is located this evening. Even members of St. Martin's Church are having to use the buses. One of those church members is Lovell Aldridge, Texas A&M class of 65. He says through the years he's been able to work side by side with the Bushes, and that is why it was so important for him to come here today. And I asked him about the very first time he met Mrs. Bush.
Well, actually, we were walking at church one day, and she was walking next to me, and I looked kind of surprised at who she was, and she just started talking with us, and she's just that kind of person. I usher there a lot, and I see her, and she's just a pleasant lady, loves everybody.
His wife, by the way, also is part of a group at that church that Mrs. Bush was also a part of. And we'll have more of her story, along with stories from other Aggies that we've met today, coming up in a new report tonight at 10 o'clock. But again, this is where people are still getting on the bus. If you're watching this at home, you still have time to get here because the viewing services go until midnight. The viewing services are at St. Martin's just down the street, and that is also where we have News 3's Whitney Miller to continue our team coverage tonight. Whitney?
And I'm sure, just like Rusty, we've seen people from all walks of life come to pay their respects to our former First Lady, Barbara Bush, which is just proof that she was not only extraordinary, but she was also very down to earth. Visitors who are being shuttled here to St. Martin's Episcopal Church have the opportunity to walk through and pay their respects to Mrs. Bush. We've noticed as people come and go, some stop and pray, others weep, and some have just stood in silence to reflect. We spoke with one man who says the way the Bushes led their lives rested on the values that she upheld.
The Bush family over the years have dedicated a lot of their lives to Houston, the state of Texas, as well as the whole world. And it was important that Mrs. Bush was there to help keep the family together and be a glue.
Now, tomorrow's service will be a private event with several former presidents in attendance, and I'm told about 1,500 guests. And we're told the service will be about 90 minutes long, which will carry here. For now, in Houston, Whitney Miller, KBTX.
Okay, thanks so much, Whitney. A motor